So what is retro walking? Retro walking is walking backwards, and it is the latest trend in walking. Ever since I learned how to toddle on my 2 feet, I have happily been walking in one direction, and that direction has always been forward. We are always told that we should look forward and move forward. I honestly believe, like everybody else, that that was the only way to go. However, I am open to new trends and learning new things. Let's talk about some of the reasons why walking backwards is something that you should incorporate it into your daily life. At the end of this video, I will give it a try and let you know how I went. Walking backwards may seem a little silly. However, physiotherapists and a lot of influencers on social media will tell you otherwise. One of the biggest benefits about walking backwards is that it's great for keeping our brain sharp. When we walk backwards, our brain has to process things differently and process new information. We are doing something very new and very different. We can't rely on our eyes like we normally do for senses. So our brain really needs to pay attention to our surroundings, and it really connects our brain to our body. Walking backwards is great for balance and coordination, which is extremely important as we mature, or if you have bad knees or are carrying some extra weight, or if you are someone who is concerned with slips and falls. Because we are using different muscles in our body, we gain strength in different areas. It definitely helps with that mind-body coordination. Now, the main reason that this can actually help you as you age is that walking backwards actually takes a lot of pressure off your knees, as well as adding some variety to your exercise and your walking routine. The muscles that you particularly use include your calves, your glutes, your lower back, which definitely helps if you have lower back pain, as well as helping you keep your tummy tightened, which is great for your abdominal muscles. The reason that our core is really engaged as well as our lower back when we walk backwards is because we are constantly trying to readjust our balance, which is just like using a balance board. Oops, the part of the video that you weren't meant to see, the top bit. This is what happens when you're trying to do 3 things at once. Cheers. Trying to keep our balance actually helps us suck in those muscles that wrap around our stomach and our lower back. The reason that this walking technique is great if you have issues with your knees is that the weight is actually shifted backwards when we walk backwards, taking the weight off the knees. When we walk forward, we are using momentum and our weight carries forward, which puts pressure on your knees. There is a great YouTuber called Ben Patrick that you might want to check out. He actually needed to have a knee operation. His knees were shot. He's started a YouTube channel and he's known as the Knees Over Toes Guy. And he shows you exercises, including walking backwards, in order to build knee strength. He now has full usage of his knees, so that's one you may want to check out. And I'll be exploring some of those ideas in some videos later on. You basically want to start out slowly. If you have access to a treadmill, you can simply stand backwards on the treadmill and hold onto the handles. Do not turn the treadmill on, just use your body to step backwards. It will take a while for your body to get used to this. This is something very different and not something to jump into quickly. You always want to do this in a very safe and secure environment. But the good thing is that it is going to help with knee pain, with building strength in your glutes and your ankles and your calves, which is going to help you when you walk forward naturally, which is actually going to help you reduce your chances of slips and falls. The other thing about walking backwards is that it does increase your metabolism. You burn a lot more calories walking backwards than you do forwards. Again, this has to do with momentum. When we walk forward, we have momentum taking us forward. It's like a ball rolling down the hill. It's a lot easier. When you're trying to push something up a hill, it's harder. So when we're walking backwards, it is actually more difficult. We have to put more energy into it, use those muscles more, really concentrate and focus on our mind and body together at the same time, which actually burns more calories. And over time, that can actually help you increase your energy levels because we're actually getting more oxygen into the blood, which overall gives us more energy and makes us feel more athletic and stronger. Obviously, with any kind of walking, forwards or backwards, the more walking that you can get in every single day is definitely going to help improve your sleep. We also know that walking is wonderful for keeping your weight under control, blood pressure, blood sugar, keeping our bones strong. Another thing that is important as we grow older is to keep our bone density up. I'll be doing some videos on that as well because it's something that's really important to me at the moment. When you're starting out, do something simple like your clear hallway or your bedroom or somewhere where you know you have got a clear space, somewhere that you know well and you are comfortable with. For seniors, something as simple as walking towards your kitchen sink and then walking backwards. Repeat that 4 or 5 times. Initially, we want to start trying to get in about 20 to 30 feet a day, and if you can build up to 2 minutes or 3 minutes or even 5 minutes over time, that will be amazing. If you could get up to walking 1 mile per hour backwards, that's superstar status. But you are going to be using a lot of different muscles, so you need to take it easy and do it slowly. But it is a really good exercise along with doing balancing exercises in order to build strength, particularly in the hips. And as I mentioned, reducing lower back pain and knee pain. So I am going to pop outside now and give this a whirl. Let's see how we go. Okay, I'm also doing this barefoot. I will discuss the benefits of walking barefoot in another video. It is another amazing thing that we should be all trying to incorporate into our walking schedule each week. Again, particularly as we age, because it is another thing that can help with balance, which I'll go into in another video. So here we go. Let's give this a whirl. Not being able to see where I'm going feels quite strange, but I've walked up and down this yard 100 times, so I feel okay. I'm just going to take it slow. Now, the first thing that I notice is that I'm really pulling back with my shoulders and my posture, so I can feel this is going to be good for my back and my core muscles. Wow, I can actually really feel that in my glutes. Like, it almost feels like I've done a couple of squats. So I can really see that this would be great at building glute muscles without doing squats, because who likes doing squats? Not me. So I think this is something that I'm going to coordinate into my walking schedule. If you're interested in me doing a video about this, about how I went over, say, 7, 14 or 28 days, drop me a comment. I am a big fan of walking. I got into walking because of COVID. When we all were locked indoors, it was the only way that I could get outside, and it has become something that I have learned to love. I actually get quite upset when I don't get out to walk. I try to walk every day between 6,000 and 10,000. I aim for 10,000. Sometimes I get busy and I can only get out for half an hour instead of an hour, but I do try to walk every single day. Not long ago, something happened whereby I couldn't walk my 10,000 steps per day. I have a video about that you can check out here, which will explain to you what happens when you don't walk every day. And that should be a great motivator for you to get out there tomorrow and do something, whether that's forwards or backwards. Have a wonderful day and get out there and enjoy your life.